Witness power dark and terrible.
I guess I shall go to him. He won the battle, what can I say? He held out longer than I could.
The secrets of life and death.
He's going for a cheesy level 1 duo gank. He sure did go for a cheesy level 1 duo gank. That makes me want to die.
How I know my secret.
That's just the worst. That is the worst.
Witness power dark and terrible.
The shadows. Your sorrow.
I hold the secrets of life and death.
Can't say I approve of level 1 gangs.
Your right tower is under attack.
Witness power dark and terrible.
I feel like level 2 gangs are cheesy. I'm still not over this level 1 gank. Like, level 2 gangs are cheesy enough. Level 1 gank? Oh. Like, my feelings are hurt for that poor rocker, dude. Like, my boy's like, oh boy, I get to support this game. And then just immediately gets ganked by a spider. It's just not nice, man. It's not polite. Not polite. What's up, artillery?
Enemy spotted.
Witness power dark and terrible.
Arachne players are all the same. Arachne players never change.
I hold the secrets of life and death.
Cue Fallout intro. Cue it!
Witness power dark and terrible.
Were you an Arachne player? Yeah, but I would never gank a level 1, dude. You have to have some decency, you know? Gotta have standards, man.
Of life and death.
Now, ganking the enemy team while they're level 1 and you're level 3, now that's good taste. But while you're level 1? No.
Witness power dark and terrible.
Your sorrow.
Please, careful.
I'm heading that way.
Dark forces propel me forward.
I couldn't reach, bro. There we go.
Blade of enemy.
There you go.
Be right back.
Hey, get a goop. Book of Thoughts, check. Couple of wards, check. I think I'm gonna mix it up this game for the sake of Digo by doing a second item poly and then right into a Talkine's ring. I think that's how we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna get a slightly earlier poly, and then we're gonna get a Talkine's ring, so we're slightly more auto attack focused. But the poly and Talkine's are still technically like a big power items, you know? So. So it's gonna work.
Better to know things before they happen.
Better to know things before they happen.
The secrets of life. This is not the path the master chose for me. Witness power dark and terrible.
Get ball down. Ding. Scab is kind of annoying.
Dark forces propel me forward. What's wrong? Time curdling around you?
He had a party coming over to you, right?
Slain. Another patriot has fallen.
Gonna let it go and farm. If they live, they live. If they don't, they don't.
I got your back, brother.
The answer was they don't, by the way, in case you're wondering.
I hold the secrets of life.
They leaned hard into the don't.
Your right tower.
Eldritch secrets reveal themselves to me. Witness power dark and terrible.
I might be able to rotate on left.
Enemies have returned to base.
Never mind. Never mind.
Precisely as was foretold.
I was kidding. Is Chronos considered hard to play? I would say that Chronos is one of the harder mages, personally, yes. His abilities, particularly his one, is actually a very small circle. Not the easiest to hit. His ultimate, while very powerful, can be quite difficult to use at high-end gameplay because you've got to find the right opportunity to get the channel off.
I hold the secrets of life and death. Witness power dark and terrible.
I would say in general, Chronos is one of the harder mages. Very strong right now if you can. If you can get him going, if you can get him online, woo-wee! He's a toughie. He hit real thick right now. Got time. Never heard of it, Weary. Never heard of it. I don't do.
Secrets reveal themselves.
I definitely have a harder time with Spooky for sure. I have a harder time with the spooks. It's too scary for me, you know. Too spooky. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. We played a horror game on stream during October.
Forces propel me forward.
And well, there was a lot of screaming involved in this process. I timed out of a server and it scared me so bad that I literally screamed. Because it popped up on my screen when I was like opening a cabinet. And it was tough.
Your right tower is under attack.
Twas tough.
Attack fire giant.
That's true. The only time anybody really died in that game was G-Dad died to a train. He literally got ran over by a train. He was like, ooh, it's a ghost train. Fun fact, just a regular train. Fun fact. That was excellent.
Forces propel me forward.
Twas a corporal trade. Yeah, sure was. Look at that. Look at that burst damage right there. That's crazy. Crazy, dude.
Gank left lane.
I'm ready for the gong. They're coming, though.
Be careful, middle.
That's her dash down.
Attack. Scream for your life.
Oh my goodness. Holy Chronos damage, Batman.
Enemies in right lane. It burns so good.
How did it feel? Is it faster than Overprime? More PvE? The game played out. In general, my game is played out, I would say, maybe slightly faster. Maybe slightly faster than Overprime games, like 30-minute matches maybe, instead of like 40-minute matches.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Be right back.
But it was the smoothest feeling MOBA that I've ever played. I have never felt a game that was as like reactionary as that game. Also, the skill cap of Predecessor is going to be higher than Overprime. The skill cap is higher.
Right. Enemy missing middle.
Enemies spotted.
So, for some people, that'll be a good thing. For some people, that'll be a worse thing.
Enemies in left.
Predecessor had a lot more opportunities for verticality.
Your left tower is under attack.
Enemies at the
Yeah, the way that I've been describing Pred versus Overprime is they're two very, very, very different
Enemy team has
design philosophies, which is Overprime is going for quantity. They're trying to just get more stuff in the game faster. And Predecessor is going for a really high quality, but it is at the expense of stuff, you know? Like there is objectively just less stuff in the game. The stuff that is in the game is phenomenal, but there is just less stuff.
Witness power dark and terror. I hold the secrets of life and death.
The cycle continues.
Their terror.
Right.
Is Aurora there on release? I do not believe that was one of the characters in the game, no. Aurora was in Overprime, though. Damn. Wow, I hit hard right now. Morning, JJ. Increase your power by 5%. I'm just gonna do right to Hoodie. Top of the morning, Links. They do have a very fast, they do have a very fast production schedule for heroes. Predecessor's plan is to release a new hero every single month, which is a very fast production on heroes at the start.
An enemy has been slain. Your left tower.
I'm not sure if Overprime has the same ideas in mind, but we'll see.
Your left tower is under attack. Watch this hard day.
Wow, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Your middle tower is under attack.
But yeah, the like I said, the skill cap of Predecessor felt very high right off the bat. It felt even more difficult because I couldn't figure out how to open up the stupid store. That really added some skill cap to the early game when the other guy had items and I didn't have any items. That made it extra tough.
Better to know things before they happen. Dark forces
Making
propel me
so many
forward.
friends so quickly.
Need healing. Be right back.
I hold the secrets of life.
Defend. Go fury. Fire. Giant. Attack. Fire. Giant.
That's an interesting.
Enemies at the goal.
Yeah, there are. They're right. They're definitely walking right to you. That's their heavenly dad. What's up, Prize? I did have a good Thanksgiving. I did.
Tactical fury.
I did. I avoided. I didn't tell the story on Friday.
Be careful.
But
Face me.
we barely avoided a massive crash on Thanksgiving. Like a really bad one. Like a really bad one.
Power dark and tower.
It happened about 4 cars in front of us.
You're on fire.
And it involved 6 cars on the Ozark Mountain, in the Ozark Mountains, dude. It was bad. It was really bad. Like, really, really, really bad. We were driving down the road, and there was so much fog, and it was raining so hard. It was raining so hard. So like, the speed limit was 75, and we were probably driving like 60. You know? Oh my God! Thank you, Shiva. Yep. No, this is fun. And I mean, we're talking like cars were like off of like hanging off of the cliff. We're talking cars were flipped over upside down in the middle of the highway. It was crazy. Real bad. Real not good.
Attack, fire,
Dark forces propel me forward.
Always be careful on holidays, man. You gotta be extra careful when you're driving on holidays, because people are driving unsafe and they're trying to get places fast, and I'm telling you, you're just better off driving safe and getting there, man. Don't risk it for the biscuit. People are distracted, they're not paying attention. No, it was really bad. I don't think anybody died. I don't think anybody died. There wasn't like any bodies on the road. People had gotten out of their cars. There was nobody like stuck in their car. None of the cars were on fire. A couple of the cars were smoking, but nothing was on fire, which was good. And most of the people that were in the most precarious positions had gotten out of their cars and were sitting on the side of the highway. Well, I guess that's true. It was dumping. It was dumping rain, so I guess that actually probably helped with there being no fires. It was honestly, that was probably contributed to the fact that there was a crash, but then also maybe contributed to the fact that hopefully nobody died. So. Like I said, we had about a 3-car buffer. It was 2 cars and then a truck, and that truck was the last person that wasn't involved in the crash. And I know this because I actually made fun of the truck right before we showed up at the crash, which I felt bad about. But we were driving like 60 on the highway, and it was like a 75 speed limit, and this truck was driving like 45, and I said out loud, I said, honestly, driving 45 is actually dangerous in this situation, because somebody could come up right behind them and rear end them because they're going so slow. And the exact second that I said that, every single person slammed on their brakes. So I felt a little bit bad about that. I don't know if they could like see the crash happening in front of them kind of thing. And so that's why they had slowed down so much, but they were not involved in the crash. I think they must have been able to see it from right in front of them.
Time to ride, old friend. I hold the secrets of life and death.
Yeah, that was wild. It also made the rest of the drive like extra scary. Because it was one of those things where like you're driving, right? And you're like, wow, these are like really bad weather / road conditions. You're like, this is very dangerous. But it's all kind of hypothetical, and then you see a massive crash and you're like, it's no longer hypothetical. You're like, it's just dangerous, you know? No, I did not see what caused it. Honestly, visibility on the road because of all the fog was exactly 3 cars in front of me. I could not see more than 3 car lengths in front of me, basically. I guess I shouldn't say 3 car lengths because there was more than that between us. Probably 6 car lengths in front of me was as far as you could see, which involved 3 cars at the time. It was a very foggy.
How I know
Really heavy rain and really heavy fog. Because we were up in the mountains, so We were up in the Ozarks because we have to drive through the Ozark Mountains in order to get to my wife's grandparents' farm.
Precisely as was foretold.
Wild, though. Wild indeed. Yeah, it was definitely a, bummer of a start to Thanksgiving, for sure. More so for the people involved in the crash, but it definitely was like, makes your heart stop for a second, you know? And then my sister-in-law, my wife's sister, ended up being like 3 hours late to Thanksgiving because she had left about 20 minutes after us. And about 20 minutes after us, they had shut down the entire road in order to get police and ambulances and fire trucks and everybody there. And it was like a one road into a tunnel highway situation. So she was 3 hours late to Thanksgiving because she was just literally stuck sitting on the highway.
No, he's not behind. You're on fire. Double kill.
I hold the secrets of life.
Nothing to do about it.
The match for powers dark and terrible.
Three deer totaled your car one night. Yeah, we always have to be really careful of deer because when we went, so we drove from her, we do 2 Thanksgivings every year. And so we drove from her grandparents' house up to my aunt's house, which is where we do like my side of the family's Thanksgiving. Except for her family lives over the Ozark Mountains on a farm. And then my family, we had to go back over the Ozark Mountains, and they live out in the middle of the woods. And those middle of the woods happen to have a lot of deer. And so by the time we end up leaving their house, we always have to be really careful that we don't accidentally hit a deer on the way out, because there's a ton of deer that live up there. Plus, it's pitch black here by like 7 o'clock at night nowadays, so. Quite a few of my family members that live up in the woods have hit deers in the last year or so. Quite a few. Dang it. I don't know if I'm making it. Oh, I made it. Let's go.
Better to know things before they happen.
You're on
Time to
fire.
rise.
I have been extremely close to several car accidents, and I have never been involved in a car accident myself. Not even like a fender bender. Nothing.
Attack right lane.
Good luck.
I have never been involved in a car crash. Nothing. I've been very, very close to several car accidents happening right in front of me. Ow. Huh. That's tough. Really thought we were just gonna kind of walk up and take this, but we just didn't do it, huh?
Defend the fire giant.
Yeah, that was just a free one.
For the most prestigious of our order.
With the sheer amount of people in America that drive, it's pretty much an inevitability. Yeah, pretty much.
You can outrun me.
Old lady fender bender you the other day when you bought your car. Of course, of course. The rules of the universe guarantee that Incon will somehow be in a car accident right now sitting at his computer. We need better public transit. I mean, in a lot of places, there's almost like literally no public transit. Cities in the US have pretty decent public transit options. Well, some cities in the US have some pretty decent public transit options, but like the thing about the US is so much of the US is just really, really rural, and there's just not like a there's not like a straw. Wow, good seal. What's the way I want? What's the phrasing of this? I'm trying to say there's not like a
secrets reveal themselves.
big push for there's not like a big push for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like not an issue that like rural America thinks about for the most part. 1400 magical power, by the way. That's a 1200 Chronos one on the Titan. There's a lot of Chronos. Oh yeah, 5-minute queues are our favorite because we get to turn on the game, baby. 32k damage, check. 9,000 structure damage, check. Thank you for supporting the Twitchiest community. If you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe to the channel and always hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of the upcoming videos. Thank you for all your support and have a Twitchin' day, y'all.